What you're about to hear could be the most important podcast ever created. But probably not. Welcome. It's the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, are we ready? Are we sitting down?
I think we're all sitting, yeah. Is Brady, are you sitting?
No, I'm not.
Is everybody's muff in place?
Yes.
Yep.
Muff
Just
in
my
place.
muff.
Okay.
Doesn't sound
Microphone
right coming
muff.
from me.
Right.
Because I don't like the term mic sock. Like
Yeah.
microphone sock. I don't like that term.
I thought you were going to say you don't like the term muff when referring to something else.
No, I would not have done that.
I mean, I don't think he does, though.
No, but I wouldn't have said that. My goodness, Jenny.
Is that a thing? Though? Do people still do that?
What? Apparently
Some
you
people
do.
would, yeah.
I mean, I remember it from like a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
On
How long ago?
Some guy said that to you?
No, I feel like
Back in the good old
in
days?
the good old days, I feel like, yeah, it came up in like conversation when they said like,
But never like in a romantic
No.
Oh my God,
circumstance.
can you
Oh God, I
imagine?
hope not.
What a mood killer.
It would be, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's on Urban Dictionary. It's got 10,000 like thumbs up. And the person who submitted it, their name is Muff Owner. So there you
There you
go.
go. Hey, sure.
They would know.
Yeah.
What a name, muff owner.
Anyway, Brady, you were saying?
Oh, we get questions all the time, especially on Spotify. There's like a little place where you
Like
can.
specific muff questions?
Yeah, specifically about muffs. No, we just get questions.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this is going to go off the rails here. L Picard 08 wants to know, what is the best moment of all time of Jenny that you like the most?
Well, I mean, that one wasn't bad.
And this isn't specific to muffs. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, Jenny specifically?
Yeah. Best Jenny moment of all
Okay.
time.
Well, we were in what they call a morning show boot camp many years ago. I think we were in Chicago this time around.
Yeah.
This was like 10 years ago. And it was Rush, Jenny, and I were there. And we were sitting there waiting for the next sort of, I guess, talk or whatever it
Yeah.
was, right?
There were
Little
different seminars and
seminar,
stuff.
yeah. And this woman kept walking by us, and we said, "Oh, there's Jenny in 10 years."
Yes,
Oh,
because
yeah.
she did look like she could be Jenny in 10 years.
And she had lived a rougher life.
Right.
So then for the rest of the conference, Jenny, we'd be taking pictures of Jenny sort of beside this person going,
Jenny in 10
future,
years.
yeah,
Future
future
Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do remember
we
that.
go, okay, go and get close. Go and grab some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And she'd go over and sort of
Try
like,
and pose.
I don't think she ever knew what we were doing, so.
No.
I would hope not.
No.
but it did look like you in 10 years.
It did.
Yeah, I guess.
It also just
Actually,
kept going
that
on.
would be you now.
Yeah.
And I don't look like I've lived a hard life, do I?
I want to see future Jenny. Can you guys find those pictures?
I'd like to, but it was
I
funny
would
because
love that.
as the conference went on, every time we kept changing it too. It was Jenny in 10 years, then it was Jenny in 8 years, and then it got to the point where here's Jenny in 2 weeks.
No, that's Jenny on crack and Jenny on. It was just. It was not. It did not go well for me.
No,
But you didn't mind it because you kept posing.
yeah,
Well, anything for the show.
yeah.
It wasn't even on the show.
But yeah, that's up there. That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one was when we told you at 6 a.m. that, hey, you're going to be performing stand-up comedy.
That was good, yeah.
In 2 hours. And then you proceeded for the next 2 hours not to write
No,
any jokes.
you didn't, because you just thought I'm gonna get out there and wing it. It'll be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you want to
and I
hear that,
didn't.
it's on the Hot Tub Podcast. We put it on episode 19.
And I think I literally said, anybody here celebrating anything?
Yeah.
Like 4
Yes.
times.
Yeah. And
I
then
didn't
someone
know what
said,
to
yeah,
say.
it's my birthday this week. And then you said, oh,
You had nothing.
I didn't have anything prepared for that.
I would say that, and finally the other one when we had the premiere of Prince Edward Island in here, and Jenny had to try to explain why she had a picture of a squirrel with giant testicles
Right.
as her desktop at work.
Yeah.
And that's a long story.
You
Save
could
it
have
for
just
another
turned off
podcast.
your monitor. You could have done that, but no.
No.
Instead, you just put your hands on it, covering the scrotum of the squirrel.
You could have opened anything on your computer.
Yeah.
You could have just
So many options, but instead you decide to cup the squirrel
and
for
the
some
whole,
reason.
like the air in the room changed at that moment because it was just like a nice meet and greet and we're chatting, and
know.
then now suddenly we're talking about squirrel balls.
Yeah.
In my defense, you're the one who put it on my screensaver,
Well,
Brady.
That's not in your defense.
That's some of the shenanigans that go
Yeah.
on in the studio, outside the studio. It's a lot of fun. Trust me, working with Jenny, she makes it very easy.
Oh, God.
You're
Thanks,
amazing.
Guys. Oh,
Yes.
go on.
And you look really young today.
Thank you. Thanks, Bo. Botox.
You're like Jenny 10 years ago.
Let's begin the Hot Tub Podcast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mahler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
This is either going to be a smash or it's going to flop. It's a brand new game we're about to
Okay.
play.
Yeah.
We're making up the rules as we go along.
yep.
But we have a great concept. and
Well-
a wonderful,
We have a concept,
Have
right?
a concept.
Okay.
and we have a great title.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's more the title.
And you have the introduction.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
We built the contest around the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Very
emails
fun.
yesterday floating
Yeah.
around between Mahler and I, and we'll see. Let's just do this.
Okay.
Now it's time for Unnecessarily Blindfolded on the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, and Jenny.
All right, so it's a
Okay.
game
I like it.
where we're going to blindfold somebody here on the Morning Hot Tub.
Yeah.
And they have to describe a word to the other members, and you have to get it within 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Why do you have to be blindfolded
Blindfolded.
to describe a word?
Because the contest is called Unnecessarily Blindfolded.
Yeah,
that
blindfold.
makes sense.
Oh, makes sense.
Really
okay.
has nothing to do with anything.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So today we chose Jenny to be blindfolded.
Good.
Okay.
So now, when you take off your glasses, how blind are you?
I wouldn't be able to. I can tell you.
She can't read
I can't
the screen.
read the screen in front of me.
But she can see.
You can see
Yeah, I
a
can
word
see
on a
you.
piece
Yes.
of paper. All right, so we have the blindfold for
Okay.
you. So
Okay.
it's one of these
that on,
things
yeah.
here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you put that on, and you'll be describing to, because Brady has no idea what these words are.
No.
Nor does Rush.
No.
Okay.
All right. Are you blindfolded?
Yes, I am.
She is, yeah.
All right. So,
This is good.
This is so ridiculous.
I don't understand.
So far, so good.
there's no reason for you to be
Yeah,
blindfolded.
okay.
All right. So you're gonna lift up the blind a little bit to look at your first word in a second.
Oh, okay.
And then you've got 15 seconds to describe the word to Rush and Brady.
The first step
Yeah.
of being blindfolded is lift your blindfold up so you can read.
Rush,
right.
It's called Unnecessarily Blindfolded.
Better.
Yes. What are you not getting?
No, you're right.
Why
No.
is this
Is the
confusing
paper in
to
front
you?
of me?
No, I'm going to give you the
Oh,
paper.
okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Now the other thing is, what you can't do in describing this word is you can't say, "Oh, it rhymes with."
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can she say it's the opposite of?
No.
Okay, so can't do that
You've
either.
got to
You have to
describe,
describe,
the word.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, you
and
ready?
Then, and then
Okay.
Rush, you and I have 15 seconds to try to get
15
this.
seconds, Jenny.
Okay.
Okay.
So just lift up your blindfold. Hang on, it's coming. Here we
Okay,
go.
it's coming.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, look at it. As soon as you look at it, got it?
Yeah.
Time starts now.
Okay, so this is shiny. You find it in the ground. Some people use it for healing. You place it.
Aloe?
Minerals.
You place it. You place it in the sun to like bring back its powers. It's also
What is up?
crystal.
What? You find crystal in the
In the
ground?
ground?
Don't you?
Well, you,
Yeah,
I guess
they're
you
rocks.
mine
Aren't
it,
they?
but,
Different crystals. Yeah.
but you're making you made it sound like a potato.
First of all, I want the listeners to know that Jenny's talking to the wall. Rush is over there.
I don't know where I am.
Okay.
Isn't it bizarre being blindfolded for this game?
I don't understand, but can I take it off now?
No,
No,
no.
there's-
Oh,
No,
God,
Jenny,
no.
We're just getting started.
Oh, great.
All right, and there's 3 words. So far,
Okay.
you got nothing
Nothing,
right.
No,
okay.
you're not doing
Okay.
well.
All right.
Lift up your blindfold. The clock starts now.
Oh, God. It's like a mango, kind of, but it's not. It
An
is,
orange.
Apple, pear.
It's
Apricot.
It is.
Passion fruit.
It's
Dragon fruit.
It's round. It looks kind of like a mango, I think.
An apple?
And
Pomegranate?
What is that?
doesn't a papaya look like a mango?
I think so.
Kind of. Much bigger.
Yeah.
Could have used
right.
that.
You're doing
Oh
well.
God, this is hard.
All right, do you want your last
Third
one?
word? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
She's unnecessarily blindfolded. Hang on. She's trying to hang on.
Okay.
Almost grabbing me. All right.
Okay.
Lift up
Okay.
your blind. Fold. Here we go. And go.
Oh, geez. This person actually, we had this guy. This guy did the vaccine rollout. I think he was. No, that's not true.
What are you doing?
No, I don't know. I don't know it. Oh. How do you explain governor?
New York Cuomo guy.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
or,
that would have been
He's
good.
like the
member
president,
of
but
go-
of a state.
yeah, a member of government.
Okay, shut up. I didn't really want to know.
I'm telling you, Jenny's doing so bad at this
getting
game.
warm.
She's getting
She got
warm.
Rose just taking off her coat.
All right, you can take off your blindfold
thanks.
now.
All right.
Wow. What a game.
Yeah.
I like
Oh
it.
boy,
How did you feel with the blindfold?
weird.
Disoriented, right?
A little bit.
Right,
And
because if you had to
definitely-
actually play the game without the blindfold, it may have been easier.
Stop
Maybe.
trying to justify the
Or
use
maybe
of a
not.
blindfold.
It doesn't really matter.
I think you're right, though. Not being able to see does
Jenny?
throw all your senses off a little bit.
No, it is completely unnecessary and therefore amazing. And yes, we will play this again.
Next time we can blindfold you, Rush.
Absolutely.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Brady, you can do
Sure.
it.
This
Sure.
sounds
That's
great.
fun.
But I think the money's on Jenny.
I think so.
That's terrible. Oh, I'm not good at charades either, so it makes sense.
You don't say.
What? No.
You had 15 seconds for the last one and didn't give us a hint.
Say any words. You said vaccine. What?
Vaccine rollout, no, that's not it. That's what you said.
And you said mango, but rounder for papaya.
I don't know.
Now, in her defense, you guys named every fruit on
Yes,
the
we
But
did.
planet.
papaya.
Yeah.
That is unnecessarily blindfolded. I don't know what we think of it, but it may be back
don't know.
soon.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, good.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
To anyone who treats their Uber driver like a therapist or a legal counsel, there is no Uber driver passenger privilege, just so you know.
Uh-huh.
Last Friday, a 41-year-old man in Maine named Kevin Gray ordered a rideshare to a TJ Maxx.
Okay.
Then he blabbed to the driver about how he was planning to steal from the store, how he had warrants out for his arrest,
Oh,
God.
and then he showed the driver the drugs that he had on him.
Why would you do that? That's
Don't do
three
that.
things.
The driver
Oh.
dropped Kevin off and immediately called the police.
Yeah.
The cops showed up and found Kevin. They knew who he was because this was his 12th arrest of 2023, which means he's ahead of an arrest per month pace,
Yeah,
right?
that's impressive.
There
Wow.
not a full rundown of his rap sheet, but it sounds like they're mostly theft related.
Okay, so this is one of those moral things, right? Like, I don't know if I like bumped into somebody at the grocery store and they were like this and
Yeah.
they started
Yeah.
talking and said, I'm going to go down and rob a
Yeah. I wouldn't
TJ
believe
Maxx.
it,
It's-
I
yeah,
think.
like I wouldn't call the cops around and be like, all right, have a good day,
But
bye.
then he pulls out the bag of meth or whatever he's got.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
but
go-
you're still calling the cops? I just don't know if I'm getting into all of that.
It
If I-
depends.
yeah.
What is he going to
Honestly.
do? He was going to go rob something?
Yeah.
He's going to rob a TJ
If he was
Maxx.
going to go hurt somebody, that's
Yeah,
different.
that's
Different.
it.
Maybe, yeah.
But
yeah.
maybe
he
he
mentioned violence, maybe,
Yeah.
but
But guys, we're forgetting how traumatizing it can be to if you're like the cashier or if you're the security
Yeah.
guard who's having to stop the person who's
Yeah.
trying to steal or whatever
sure,
the case.
I don't know if I'm leaving the mall and calling the cops.
I think I am.
just-
I think I'm rolling the dice. Not rolling the dice on it. I'm not rolling the dice on it, and I am calling the cops
Right.
because worst case scenario, it's nothing.
Okay, so at that point, then now you're following this guy until the cops get there.
No, I
because you have
think
to
I'm
identify.
just-
Well, no, because you have to identify. That you call the cops. It takes them 10 minutes to get to a mall or wherever you
Yeah,
are, right?
right.
So then they have to get there, and you got to meet them, and then you got to point out who this is.
Well, I don't think the Uber guy did that.
No, I think you just have to call and just be like, hey, I'm an Uber driver, and
he's
there's a
gonna-
guy.
The guy's name is Kevin. He's going to TJ Maxx.
Yeah,
He looks
yeah.
like this.
Well, no,
and
but
he's
the
gonna
Uber
steal.
driver had all his information.
Yes,
Yes. Oh, I wouldn't have his information
Okay,
if I
yeah.
just
Oh,
bumped
I
into
see,
him into
okay.
the mall.
Right.
So now I'm going to be tailing this guy until the cops get there.
Right.
I'm not getting into all
No, you don't want to get involved.
I'm
in
sorry.
it. You know, you don't want to get caught and things go violent against you. and-
Right.
No, but it's not. There's a way to do it where you're not like actively
You're not holding his hand while he's
exactly.
walking.
Yeah.
No, but you do have to follow him.
I don't think you have to follow
No,
him.
I think if you sat outside in the parking lot
Yeah.
and just waited to
I don't
see
even
if
think
he
you
left
need to do
or-
that. I think you put in a call and say, hey, here's the situation.
Yeah,
I'm an Uber driver. This is what I heard, and go
You
to
could
the
do
TJ
that.
Maxx.
You could sit in your car and be like, "Yeah, he's still in the TJ Maxx," and if
Yeah.
he leaves, you can say, "Oh, left. He left. He went there." You
Yeah.
don't have to follow him around.
Well, I'm not doing it. I'm
No.
just being
Well,
really
okay.
truthful
I guess
about
the
it.
three of us
Yeah.
want to make the world a better
Yeah,
place.
that's it.
You just want to watch it burn.
You have plans.
I'm going to guess a lot of people would not do it, to be honest
I think
with
a
you.
lot
Oh,
would.
I think
a lot
most would.
say they would,
Yeah.
but wouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think there's a lot of that too. Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't just call the police. I mean, like I said, worst case, maybe they wasted a few minutes of their time, but it's better to be safe
Okay,
than
what
sorry.
if, Jenny, what if a guy told you that he robbed a place like a week ago? Would you
Yeah.
call the cops?
Yeah, I would.
I don't
The
think I would.
non-emergency
Hang on a
lines.
second. Now,
Yeah.
here, what if Brady told you that he robbed a place a week
Oh,
ago?
yeah.
Would you call
Oh,
the police?
No, I wouldn't. I would have a serious talk and be like, "Our time's tough, man. Like, what's going on,
Jenny.
What do we need to do?"
And if he said no,
Brady,
he just-
don't you tell me.
he
What
just-
I don't know won't hurt
Jenny.
me. What I don't know
Show
won't
your
hurt
map.
me.
Jenny,
Show her the map.
snitches get stitches.
What if he said no? It had nothing. Times aren't tough. I just love the thrill of robbing places. Yeah.
Yeah, then what? What do you do?
You know what I'm probably gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, what are you stealing? I know the stealing is wrong no matter
Apples.
what, but like,
a lot of apples.
let's
But
steal your
Honeycrisp
man.
apples, they're like $3.99 a pound.
Oof, it's putting a dent. You know what? Grocery stores are doing just fine. Steal away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Short of violence, I am not getting involved
Yeah.
in anything ever. No way, man.
Really?
What
Yeah.
if he's holding up an apple stand, but he's doing it with like an apple corer? So he's like,
I'm gonna get you.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're threatening to be
He's-
physical with
he's
somebody,
threatening
Brady,
somebody,
I'm
yeah.
calling
With
the
an
police.
apple corer.
Well, you don't know. You could put that in
Yeah.
the middle of your fist and punch somebody
That's right.
that's harder.
So
and
now,
hurts more.
now you're calling the cops?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
Brady.
can't- sorry,
You're
Brady.
going to jail for a
violence with
long,
apple
long
cores.
time.
Why are you listening to these two? You're not going to call the cops on Brady.
Brady's
No
going to
matter
the big
what.
house.
If he's gonna punch somebody with an apple core in his fist,
He
I
is.
mind that could do some serious
Yeah.
damage.
So I think anybody who listens to this
Yes.
program
Uh-huh.
knows how easily swayed you're on everything, okay? And so I think the minute Rush and I say, you can't call the cops on Brady, you'd be like, oh, no, I can't
You're
call
right,
the
I
cops
can't
on
do
Brady.
that.
Yeah.
It would take you guys just being there to be like, Jenny, don't do it. I'm like, no, you're right. I mean, this is silly.
Jenny, snitches get stitches.
Stitches. I know.
Probably from an apple core.
Yeah.
And Rush, quickly,
How
who's the most
humiliating.
least intimidating when saying stitches?
Stitches get stitches.
Brady
Yeah.
Jones?
Well, that's because I'm holding an apple core.
Well,
You're just so not intimidating.
it is so odd.
What
that
do you
just
mean?
because
I'm
he's
not-
stealing apples, he has to be using an apple implement. It's important to stay on brand.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, everybody listening right now, it's always fun. We get to spin this wheel, the wheel of fun. Jenny just spun it the other day. Who's
Yeah.
next? Who wants to do it? Rush?
Brady, oh no, Brady, you go ahead and
Okay,
spin the
good.
wheel.
Oh, it's because I'm wearing my spinning my
Yes,
gloves.
you
right?
are.
Yeah, I am. All right, here we go.
Oh, good grip.
Thank you. Oh, man, this has been forever.
One of us is lying, but who? Now it's time to play Two Truths and a Lie on the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, we need one of our super fans, or at least you'll get the title of a super fan.
Yeah.
If you call in right now on the banana phone, please someone call in to play the game, because if we don't have a contestant, we can't play the game.
Right.
And what will happen is Rush, Jenny, and Brady will all say their piece. Two of them will be telling the truth. One of them will be a big, fat liar.
No, wait.
And-
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Two of us are telling the truth, and one of us is telling a lie.
What is Jenny got?
One of us is hosting the game.
Yeah,
And-
I'm hosting.
Yeah.
And two of you are going to tell the truth.
Two of us are telling the truth.
And one
One
of
of
you
us
is going to
is
lie.
telling a lie.
Yeah.
I have a question then.
Jenny, what's going on?
I don't
missed
know
it.
what she.
She doesn't know how the game works?
No, we're trying
She's
to
played it
explain to her,
before.
but
And I came in and I explained it to you.
Write it down.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Got it.
oh my God.
Do you have one?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm good.
And when you say that, do you have a truth or a lie? We don't know.
Oh, no,
Right.
But
Yeah.
you
You
have
have
one
to,
of
we
the
have
two.
to, that's up to Steve
Apparently,
to
I don't know
determine.
either.
We talked about this
I
like
know.
a million times.
I.
Okay. All right. We got Steve on the banana phone. Let's go to line one here. Hi, Steve.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Do you know the
Good.
show pretty well?
Yeah, we listen every morning.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
excellent.
Thank you,
Now,
Steve.
now, who's the we? Steve, who's with you?
I got my 3 boys with me.
Excellent.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
We'll start with Rush. He'll tell us his story or his fact,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and then we'll go around the room. Rush, take it away.
All right. Okay, so when I was a kid, I'm going to say at least under 10 years old, over years, maybe they're gifts or collecting my own, I had a collection of over 20 cookie jars.
Wow.
Oh.
Are Steve and I allowed asking questions? I think
Sure,
so.
you can ask
Yeah,
Rush.
yeah, yeah.
Steve,
yeah.
would you like to ask Rush a question?
Where did you get the cookies jars from?
Various. I get them at like flea markets or store, or I get them as gifts and stuff. So for a while, like I had over 20 cookie
They
jars.
take up so much space.
Yes.
People knew about your cookie
People knew
jars.
about it. I would ask for cookie jars.
For like your birthday and
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you
Okay.
do with all the cookie
No,
jars?
you're not
Oh,
asking
why? I'm
questions.
curious
You're
about the
part of
cookie
the game.
jars. Okay.
You're part of it's just Steve and I.
Okay,
all right?
sure. Go ahead.
All right. So, Steve, hang on. Now we're going to get Jenny's story, and then we'll compare. Okay. Go ahead, Jenny.
Okay, so for the majority of high school, I actually had a pixie cut that was inspired by Sharon Stone.
From Basic Instinct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What else was she
Okay.
I'm trying to
else?
think of. I want to try to. Jenny's high school lines up with that time, but okay. All right.
You're not so supposed to
Yeah,
say
that's right.
anything.
Yeah.
It's just Steve and I.
Yeah,
sorry,
Rush.
yeah.
It's just Steve and I. Steve, do you have any questions about Jenny's pixie cut from high school?
Were you still blonde?
Yes. And one time I dyed it red. Looked like Ronald
While
McDonald.
while you had the pixie cut?
Yes. Yeah, it was a mistake.
Why did you do that?
I can't remember. I probably saw somebody with it.
Okay,
And thought,
all right.
Oh, I'll look like that. And then I did it.
And you did not. Okay.
True truths and a lie. We're going to end with Brady's story. Go ahead, Brady.
Okay, Steve, I have posed nude for people multiple times. And in fact, sometimes, several times, has been with the morning hot tub present.
But we all know
Okay.
that's true.
Well, you know that I've posed nude once for a
Once?
painting.
Multiple times.
Multiple
Multiple
times.
times.
That's
I've
where I
okay.
need to
posed nude.
remember.
Yeah, okay.
I remember them piercing just your belly button. Maybe other stuff happened off there.
Sure, I wouldn't say that was necessarily posing nude, but fair, yeah.
And Steve also proving he's a long-time listener.
That's
That's
good.
good.
I like that.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
good.
They did
Thanks,
pierce
Steve.
my belly button.
All right, Steve, do you have any other questions for Rush, Jenny, or Brady?
Yeah, sure. For Brady, besides the painting, what was another reason you had to pose nude for your colleagues?
Good question.
Yeah, sure. It was for a photo shoot that may or may not ever see the light of day. But everybody was clothed and I was naked.
All right, I'm just going to take a quick second here in the car. What do you guys think?
So it's Rush with the
Line.
cookie jars, Jenny with the pixie cut, and Brady with his
think
cookie jar,
Brady
I guess.
definitely posed nude. He sounds very confident.
Yeah.
It's Rush. Rush is kind of weird. I feel like he would.
Rush is kind of weird.
I'm going to say Jenny.
You're saying
Because
Jenny's the liar.
When I asked the color, she kind of paused there and
Okay.
then threw out red, and that's the only vibe I'm really getting. Rush, I feel, would collect cookie jars.
And Brady, you're just figuring he's always
Yeah.
naked,
He's always
right?
naked anyway, yeah.
Brady should have thrown in something more. It was a lie.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right, so now, Steve, you have to say Jenny, liar, liar, pants on fire if you think it's her. So go ahead if that's what you think.
Jenny, liar, liar, pants on fire.
No, that was actually totally true.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
no.
Steve.
Wow.
All right,
Yeah.
Steve, now you have two left to choose. You've lost the game, but you can take a second stab at this. Do you think Rush is lying or Brady's lying?
Well, we'll go with Rush then.
Oh.
They have to say Rush, liar, liar, pants on fire.
You need to say that now.
Oh, liar, liar, pants on fire, Rush.
Yes, that's right. I've never owned a cookie jar.
Hey, there it is. Yeah. Wait, you don't think it's realistic that I haven't posed nude multiple times?
You're naked right
Why
now.
did you take off your clothes?
I just felt like it was like good for the segment. I just
He
felt
took
like
off his
it was
clothes,
going to be.
Brady. Why?
Because I just thought
Brady,
that if
no.
we're talking about
But
it,
we're
I might
the
as well
only ones who can see you.
make myself at home. It just feels more comfortable this way.
And Brady, just next time, write a sign that says "Pretend I'm naked."
Oh.
Why do you have to actually do
I
this?
just felt like it was for the bit. It was the right thing to do.
This
It was
is
the
not
right
the
time.
right thing.
Oh.
Steve, thank you for playing. We loved having you, and thank the
Yeah.
boys as well for participating, okay?
Thanks a lot,
Thank
guys. Have a
you.
great day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Love that guy.
Oh,
that
that's
was
awesome.
great.
Yeah,
Brady,
awesome, fam.
please get dressed.
Get
Yes,
dressed.
put
my
your
shirt
shirt on. And your pants.
My bad.
I think Brady just likes any game where he can,
does.
by
Yes.
the end, get naked. I just,
Yes, he does.
Can't wait for tomorrow's game of joy.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Hey, if you're a fan of the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady, you know for a fact that some of us here on the show will survive the apocalypse.
Yep.
and others of us will perish on the first day.
Well, again,
I
I've
can't
told
work
you.
that one out. Who
I
can
mean, if
and who
zombies
can't?
are coming, if they say, "Oh, there's zombies walking around, they're killing people,"
Yeah.
I will give it a good 24 hours to see how it's going.
Yeah.
And if it looks like it's not going well, I will open my door and join Team Zombie.
And just eat brains for the rest of your life?
Because I won't know and whatever. I'm not going to spend my entire life hiding in a closet because zombies are coming to get me. I'm going to the winning team, and if it looks like it's going to be zombies, I'm Team Zombie. That's how that goes.
I am finding Pedro Pascal and hanging out with that dude.
Yeah, sure.
He knows where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Jenny, what are you doing?
He
You're
is
giving
an
up?
actor.
Is he?
He is an actor. He's not a
He
real zombie.
seems so much
I know
more.
he does, but he's an
No,
actor.
I'm not giving up. I am going to fight till the
Fight
bitter
till the
end.
end.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
I'll
let's
do
say
everything I can to
let's
stay
say
human.
Rory has gone zombie.
Oh, then I might go zombie.
There it is.
Oh, what?
Doesn't take long.
Well,
to
because
flip
I
But
wanna-
you're not going to hang out together?
Well, we might. You don't
No.
know.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
you
eat
do.
brains together.
Exactly.
No.
Like, oh, and I'll share the brains with him. Like,
There
are
we
you
go.
hungry, honey?
See?
No, you won't be able
It's
to
a much simpler life.
Ryan, what are you doing?
Yeah, my pride says I want to stick it out, but I think I might follow Jenny if like the people I love are zombies, then I might
You gotta
go
be a zombie.
zombie.
Yeah, because you
You?
think spending all your time hiding, like that's stressful.
But if you can hide with the ones you love,
But let's say you can't.
no. then that
Let's
would
say
be
it's just
harder.
you. Like it's.
Yeah. What would you do, Mueller?
Oh, I would kill all the people I love and just keep going.
Oh my God.
Why are you killing
Yeah.
the people you
Well,
love?
no,
Are they
'cause
humans
once
or are
they've
they
turned-
zombies?
No,
Oh,
they've
once they
turned.
turn, okay, before they become
No,
zombies.
once they've turned,
Save
like
them
I
from-
don't want them to eat brains for the rest of their lives.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
shooting them in the head and that's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And that's what you have to do to kill a zombie?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
usually. So zombies, asteroids, maybe even another Y2K. In general, they asked people, "How do you think you'd fare in an apocalypse?" New poll came out, found a third of us, 1 in 3 people, think they'd be among the last ones standing.
Yeah, well,
The
a lot
top
of those people
reasons,
are wrong.
top reasons people think they do well are their solid survival skills and their ability to adapt to any situation.
Okay.
The survey was commissioned by a sandwich chain.
Of course it is. Yeah, sure. That just makes sense. Yeah.
So they also asked people which foods they would miss most. Sadly, for their marketing team, pizza was
Number one.
Oh, that's too
I
bad.
was going to say pizza would be hard.
Yeah.
Not sandwiches.
Yeah. Oh.
And this might be our favorite stat. People were asked to name the top teammates they'd want on their apocalypse survival team.
Yeah.
And Dwayne The Rock
I
Johnson
was going to say The Rock.
got more votes than Superman.
Oh.
Do people not know Superman's invincible?
I'm
Is that
going
that
with
he can
Superman.
fly and you can fly with him?
Yeah.
Well, he can't get shot.
Yeah.
He has so many
Oh,
powers.
I wasn't
Yeah.
even thinking of that. I was thinking of like a regular human. Who would I choose? Dwayne The Rock Johnson, way up there for sure.
I don't know. I mean, I think a guy like survivalist, that like a Bear Grylls type guy, is a good person to have around.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, but nobody is. Yeah, exactly. That's
But
the
that's
reaction.
it. You want a survivalist thing. That
What
mean,
about Jeff Probst? Would you get Jeff Probst saying?
No, I think he'd irritate me too. Yeah. No.
No, I don't want anybody. Like all these shows, they
Yeah.
become friends with people. I don't want to befriend
No.
anybody. I'm going to be a hermit in the mountains.
Really?
I mean,
Oh,
it
yeah.
depends on what it is. A zombie situation is a very unique one, and that's different. The
Yeah.
other ones, if we don't have food and and we're living in the forest, yeah, I'd adapt to that. I mean, the thing is, after like a week or so, I'll be like, this is life now. So
Yeah.
that's just what it is.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you'd be that excited.
Hey, but if I feel
feet
like
up.
there's no choice, I'll just reframe things and be like, all right, this is life. Sure.
You're playing rock, paper, scissors like day in and day out. That's all you've got.
I can get used to anything. And this is why I'm saying the zombie thing. If it looks like it's turned the way of the zombies, I'll get used to being a zombie.
I do so well. I'd train my own cheetah. There'd be so many things that I would do.
What if it was a zombie cheetah?
No,
then
it
you're in
wouldn't
trouble.
be. Then I'd shoot it in the head. But
Oh,
until
zombie-
then, I
okay.
would adopt an animal to be by my side.
I try and talk the zombies down.
Mahler will
Let's have
be
a
killed
chat.
by the
Let's be
cheetah
reasonable. Come on.
immediately.
Why would I be killed by the cheetah?
Because-
I'm training it.
The same reason you'd be killed by a bear when you try to zigzag.
Yeah. You don't seem to understand the power of ferocious
Yeah.
animals.
I think I do.
I don't think you do at all.
You could try and talk it down.
I'm not
Yes.
talking anything now. No, what I would do is I'd go to see a cheetah,
Uh-huh.
and then I'd see if the cheetah had babies,
Uh-huh.
and then I'd snag one of the babies.
There you go, and now you're dead.
No.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah,
that's
now
what
you're
it- yeah.
definitely
You
dead.
walked in past the mama cheetah to steal a baby. You are dead
no,
now.
You're so dead.
Yes.
First of all,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill the mama cheetah because I need a new coat, and
Okay,
I need to disguise myself. So now I'm a mama cheetah.
You wouldn't even know how to skin a cheetah if you tried.
Nope.
Who would? Why do you have like a sharp knife that could do that? I'd have a butter knife.
Yeah, I'd be going into people's homes getting all their sharp knives.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
To skin a
Do you
cheetah.
not know how the apocalypse works? Are you not aware?
Clearly
of it?
he does.
Yes, no
Yes.
kidding. I've
Wait a
never.
second. You're
yeah.
the one who's saying, "Oh, Rory, let's go and get some brains this morning." That's not how it
What if
works.
he's hungry?
Well, see, that's not how it works.
nice.
Why is your craziness acceptable, but me dressed like a cheetah, like not acceptable?
I think it's because Jenny has the same as me. Like, we've just moved on to the winning team. You believe
Yeah.
you can create the winning team by stealing cheetahs. Jenny
making
falling into
coats.
Team Zombie makes sense.
You just
Yeah.
wait. I'm going to show you guys.
Nope,
Not
you're not.
only am I going to be like a mama cheetah,
You don't
Yeah.
have an arm anymore.
I'm okay.
And now a leg's gone.
So I'm dressed like a mama cheetah. And
Uh-huh.
I got my little baby cheetahs that I, raise up.
But you
Okay.
don't.
And they're all going to be mine.
Nope.
So
Then we're
your
going
daddy?
after your zombie asses
Uh-huh.
and killing you guys
Yes.
because you're populating the world and
You've
eating
just
brains.
bled out.
Okay.
Ryan, do you have any faith in me? And be careful with your answer.
I have all the faith in the world.
That is a
in you.
bloody lie.
And I will let you live, Ryan. Welcome.
You're so benevolent, Mahler. So
He's
benevolent.
not going to sick his trained cheetahs on you. You're lucky.
Welcome to Team Cheetah.
I'm here.
We're happy to have you.
And you get a jacket. And you get a
Exactly. I can make lots of jackets. Cheetah jackets are everybody.
Again, if they're just baby cheetahs, they're very small jackets right now.
Oh, they'll get bigger
Cheetah
over
mitts.
time.
Yeah, we'll grow.
You're going to see me in 20 years. I'll have a beard down to my feet, and you'll come to me and go, "Oh, wise one, how did you do it?" And I go, "I don't know. Cheetah!"
You will be in
attack you.
almost full skeleton of bones,
And
missing
you're
an
so
arm and a
cold
leg.
And Mahler's just so hot. This cheetah
It'd be
jacket.
very warm.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
warm.
I'm
yeah.
also not sitting up in the Arctic Circle. Like I'm going to go where it's nice.
Okay,
You know
fair
what I
enough.
mean?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
going to
I'm
travel
sorry.
too? Okay.
Is that where the cheetahs were?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not where the cheetahs are.
Okay, that's good that you knew that. Yeah,
You're just so jealous of me.
that's not it.
Yeah, that's it.
I have all my limbs and my cheetah friends.
That's not
and
true.
Ryan, I would even train Ryan to kill you.
With your killing
You know, out of everything that's going on in this post-apocalyptic world,
Yeah.
you are the last thing I'm concerned about.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, so it's another trend I don't really understand, but let's go for it anyway. Remember the duck face?
Yeah.
We all did the duck face at some point, except for Rush. I'm sure Rush never did a duck
Not
face.
really a duck face. I think that was more of a girl thing. I don't think a lot of guys were duck facing.
I saw guys on my feed
Yeah.
that were
Really?
doing duck faces.
Yeah, actually, I've seen a guy do a duck face. I think I showed you guys that picture.
There's a lot of people who do duck
Yeah.
faces or did.
Yeah.
Apparently, the new trend, though, is selfie pose, same thing, but it's called the chin shelf.
Chin shelf.
Shelf.
Okay.
Pretty simple. What you do is you put one finger underneath your chin as you take the picture. And based on the pictures that
yeah.
I've seen, it's also best if you tilt your head a tiny bit and stare dead-eyed off into space. So if you guys want to Google the
Yeah.
chin shelf, see what you
Selfie.
think of that.
Yeah, it's very much like a Insta influencer thing.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, according to the London Sun, not only is the chin shelf perfect for resting your head in between shots,
Sure.
it also accentuates
God.
the facial features and is more of a flattering approach to the head in hand pose.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, yeah, you're
It's so dumb.
Yep. That's it.
There, Jenny's doing it.
nailed it.
Very-
Yeah, you did nail it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Really good.
Well done.
You know?
Yeah.
The chin shelf.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
they could have come up with a better name, though, because it sounds too much like selfie, the shelf.
Chin shelf. Chin shelf.
The shelfie.
The shelfie.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, that's
Okay,
better,
I
right?
like that.
The shelfie.
Sure.
What did
Yeah.
Jenny just say?
Chin shelf. It doesn't sound like a real word.
Well, it's two words.
Selfie.
Two words.
Chin self shelfie.
Say that
What are
five
you're
times
just
fast.
entertaining yourself over there. Yeah.
Do that 5 times. I'll give you $38.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. Ready?
In 10 seconds?
Only 10 seconds?
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
I
you
don't think I
can.
can
No,
do
you
that
can't.
5 times. Chin shelf shelfie.
No, you can't. You can't do it once.
It's harder than you think.
Can you get it out once?
Chin chin
No.
no.
No, you can't.
Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Got it. Nailed it.
Okay, so now 5 times
5 times fast. Okay.
Ready? Do you have the 10-second timer,
I'll
Rush?
get the actual
Chin
timer
shelf,
here.
selfie,
Yeah.
chin shelf, selfie.
We're gonna have to just start and stop this so many times.
No, I believe in her. She'll get 2 out.
Ready? You count.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
You count.
And
Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie.
So 2.
2, okay.
Not bad.
Right. Oh boy. One more time.
Sure.
okay.
Chin self.
Rush, you're a master at wordplay.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be able to do this.
Come
one.
on.
And I'm too worried about saying something I shouldn't say with this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah?
Like the S
I don't
word?
know. It feels like something like
Yeah.
that could happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but it would be totally by accident.
But still, okay, I could try it, I
Okay,
suppose.
ready?
So is it chin shelf selfie, 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 chin shelf selfie.
Okay.
Is that 10?
Wow.
Yeah.
5?
Nice.
5?
Yeah.
You
6?
got
Whatever.
5. Yeah.
It doesn't
Wow.
even sound like words anymore.
No.
But you also weren't saying it that fast.
No, but I had 10 seconds to work with.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
his voice would go, Chilton,
Chin
Chilton,
shelf
Selfie.
selfie,
Chin
chin
shelf
shelf
selfie.
selfie, chin shelf selfie. I almost lost it on the second one. All right, Mahler, it's your turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here we go.
I got to write it down. I can't even.
It is 3 words.
Chin,
Shelf.
Shelf.
Selfie.
Selfie.
I don't think that's cheating.
Yeah, it is cheating, but
is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
give him a
you
chance.
can look at it.
Okay, I won't look
No, no,
then.
okay.
All right, fine.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie.
Oh, you did it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well
Almost
done.
spasmed with my eyes.
Yeah.
I know. All right, Brady.
Oh, boy. Okay.
All
All right,
right.
here we go. Chin shelf selfie, chin shelf selfie, chin shelf selfie, chin shelf selfie, chin shelf selfie.
Wow. he nailed it.
Yeah, good for Brady.
Okay, I want one more try. I don't think all of you guys can do
All
it.
right, last one.
Okay.
Wrap
Okay,
it up.
ready?
Here we
Going
go.
on a
Okay,
bang.
ready?
Here we go.
Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie. Chin shelf selfie.
Hey,
What's a shelf?
I did say shelf.
You did.
that's the best she's done.
That was the
That
best
was
she's
pretty
done.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
And
right.
I think you stopped at 4, but whatever.
So it's the chin shelf
Selfie.
selfie.
Got it.
So go ahead, everybody, and pose away.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Now, Jenny, you were reporting on the show recently that there's a new kind of apple.
Yeah.
That
The snowflake.
The snowflake
yeah.
that we're all excited to try.
Yes.
And you guys, the 3 of you, love Honeycrisp. I feel as though they've gone down in quality in the last few
That's
years.
just wrong.
I feel like Honey Crisps are everywhere now.
Yeah,
used
they are
to be tougher
everywhere.
to find. Now you can find them
But I
everywhere.
think when they
I don't
were,
think you're wrong.
I think when they were harder to find, they were,
They were
better
better.
quality.
I don't disagree.
I don't know if I agree with that. They're pretty good quality.
They
It's
were
still-
whiter and bigger.
Yeah, it's the juice to crunch ratio.
I know.
That's
It
fantastic.
is.
It is
And that's
good.
the best
Yeah.
thing about the Honey Crisp apple. It is
Right.
the juice to crunch ratio, which is what they're saying the snowflake apple
Right.
the
The problem
does.
with the Honeycrisp is you got to remortgage your home to afford it.
Exactly.
Right? They're always at
I don't
least
find them
$2.99.
that much more than the regular
When
apples
they're out
these
of
days.
season,
Yeah.
they're like triple the price.
Yes, they
Yeah.
can be. Now, like the snowflake apples, I went and got some yesterday. I could only find a 3-pound bag, so I
Okay.
bought that, and it wasn't bad. It was like $6.50.
Oh, that's not
for,
bad.
for a 3-pound
And
bag. So
and
it
you
wasn't
have
bad.
not tried it yourself,
I've not
Rush.
tried the. I've not
Okay,
tried
this
it.
is exciting.
I brought
Okay.
4 in here, so here. I'll-
Okay.
I'm coming.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
They're little baby apples.
As I said to you, I said, strike one. They're small. By the way, I washed them too, so
Oh,
don't.
you
Okay.
did? Thanks.
Yes.
Did you happen to bring my apple cutter?
I do love. I use an apple cutter all the time.
I
course.
actually,
Right?
I
It's the
always
best
do. I never
way.
eat this way, but yeah, I'm
And
going
I
to now.
apologize in advance, everybody who has misophonia. You're about to hear us all crunch, and it's going to drive you crazy.
I don't apologize. I think that's great. All
I
right,
hate
these
it
are way
so
too
much.
small. First of all, this is like
Very small.
Can we do the smell check
Yeah.
first, please?
I
Smells
never
like an
really
apple.
smell an apple.
Yeah, no.
Smells like an apple.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's good.
Do we remember when you did the story what the flavor is supposed to be like?
It's
Yes.
supposed to be very
Crisp,
crunchy and
Crunchy,
juicy.
and then you get a bit of a more of a bitter taste that turns to sweetness.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's got like a sour and a sweetness,
They're
which is
way
ideal.
too small. It's
Very
smaller
small.
than a tennis ball.
This is
Yeah.
smaller than a Macintosh. This is barely smaller than barely larger than a crab apple. To be
That's
honest
what
with
I
you.
thought, yeah.
It's very small.
Wait a second, are you
Yeah.
punking us?
Hang on.
Surprise!
Crab apples. Okay, so it's defined as crisp, juicy, an initial sharpness that's quickly undercut with a sweet tanginess.
Okay.
I nailed it.
And sorry, Rush, you said it, but how much were these now?
A 3-pound bag was like $6.50.
Okay, you ready, guys?
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
bad. All right, here we go.
Brady, stop. I know
what?
you're chewing
I'm
into
chewing.
It's juicy.
Very juicy. Very just appley.
I was
Very
just going to
tart.
say,
It's very.
I'll tell you this. There's a texture that almost has the drying delicious red delicious flavor to it.
I agree. It's like, when you have dry wine and it makes your tongue like sandpapery.
Yeah.
It's like that.
I have to say,
Brady,
guys,
turn the music back on. I
It's
know what you're
almost gritty.
I'm kind of indifferent.
doing. I'm still going with the Honeycrisp.
I'm underwhelmed.
Yeah.
If this is supposed to take down the Honeycrisp, it's not going to do
Yeah,
it.
no, it's not going to do it.
All
Take another bite.
these snowflake
Oh my god.
apple makers are just devastated by these reviews.
Sorry,
No.
snowflake people.
Well,
No.
yeah, no.
Oh god. And you
I'll
were
stay with the
eating with your
Honeycrisp.
mouth open, Brady.
I'm not. I'm eating off microphone.
No, you're not. I can see you. I can see you. It's all right. I mean, I give it
That's fine.
I give it like a 6.
It tastes like a regular
Yeah.
apple to me that you would get at any orchard.
I'd rather a
Sorry.
Macintosh.
And they've worked 20 years to get this together.
No.
I'm sorry.
Hey guys, gather on the radio. They're going to review our apples. Everybody have their stocks? Did everybody buy their stocks? All right, here they go.
Maybe one of them will like them.
What did Mueller say? 6 out of 10. Oh, that's too bad.
God, everybody was underwhelmed. Oh,
Well, like, what are you
geez.
guys giving? I give it a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'll give it a
God.
6 as well. I mean, it's
Brady?
it's not too bitter.
wasn't even me.
Yeah, it was.
What? You know, now you're just blatantly lying.
Brady, what do you give it?
I think a 6 is an accurate score.
Yeah.
What did you give it, Rush?
6.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm the most underwhelmed.
You gave it a
Yeah.
5.
Five,
I do.
yeah.
So
It's
in
got
total-
juice.
We gave it a 23 out of 40.
Yeah. Something
What?
like that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Math.
Yes, 23 out of 40.
I'm going to jump to death on an apple.
What are you doing? Math. Ever heard of it?
No, I get it. It took me a minute. All right.
What are you doing?
So if people are just tuning into us for the first time,
Yeah.
so what do? Well, they eat apples.
First time and the last time.
Never. Well, we're just so Honeycrisp heavy. We had to do this.
Does the blonde lady know math?
No. The answer is no.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, Swifties, listen up. It's exciting. The Eras Tour. You've seen the movie multiple times.
Yes.
Maybe you've got tickets to the concert, and good for you because they're still like a bazillion
Oh my
dollars
God.
Yes,
to
they
see
are.
And they're
her
not going
live,
to come
right?
down in price.
No.
No. And maybe you bought 15 different versions of both Midnights in 1989 and watched every single Kansas City Chiefs game. Maybe you're just all
Sure.
in on Taylor Swift. But then you don't have enough of her in your life.
Oh.
You need more.
I can help.
Okay.
Here's one for you. Royal Caribbean has a Taylor Swift cruise
Oh my God.
setting sail next October.
That's brilliant.
It leaves from Miami one day after Taylor finishes her 3-night run of shows in Miami. It's called the My Cruise Era. And the official website says, quote, join us as we celebrate all things Taylor, make new friends, dress up in our favorite eras, trade friendship bracelets,
Yeah.
and enjoy everything this amazing ship has to offer. This cruise is for all fans, so bring your besties, your moms, your dads, your baby fans, and if you need someone to room with, post on our page and ask.
Okay.
Now, this tour, this trip is not endorsed by or
No.
affiliated with Taylor Swift, so she's not going to be on the
No, she's not.
ship.
No, but they'll do Taylor theme nights, dress
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
Taylor, and all of
Absolutely.
the
But
it's
will
funny.
play Taylor. Yeah, it's
No
brilliant.
towels around the pool. If you get out of the pool, you don't towel off. You just shake it off.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez. Are we
Ryan
starting
liked that
this?
one. He enjoyed that.
See it coming.
You didn't see that coming?
Oh,
no.
God.
Oh,
Hang on.
is
There's
there-
got to be more.
No, no, we're not turning this.
Yeah.
We're not turning
I
this
get
into a
it.
bunch of puns.
I know what you guys are thinking. I knew you were in trouble.
After a cruel summer, that's exactly what you need.
Okay, that's not.
No,
Okay, we'll just stop the puns.
I knew you were trouble.
I just did that. Just did that.
I'm a blank space, clearly.
But no, they're not even like clever.
No.
You're just like saying
I'm
titles.
terrible at puns, clearly.
The towel one is very strong.
Look what you made me do.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
You let me know when I can finish.
All right, Tim McGraw.
What? I tried to hop on board.
Yeah. Oh, you're making me sad. Look, there's teardrops on my guitar.
But you don't have a guitar.
I know that all too well.
Oh, don't, Ryan.
I'm totally not looking on YouTube right now.
And if you're in the Taylor frame of mind, she is going to be a theme night subject, I guess, on Dancing with the Stars next week.
Yes.
And she actually recorded a video saying, I wish I could be there. I'm over in Brazil touring and stuff, but have fun. And I was shocked. I turned to my
Yeah.
wife and said, I can't believe she filmed this for Dancing with the
Right?
Stars.
Oh, yeah. Who's
But
watching
she
that?
did.
Aren't people watching Dancing with the Stars?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
no.
I mean,
No.
she didn't need to do it. I guess it doesn't hurt her, but it's
It's just
surprising.
not, it's just not her style.
No, it's
No.
not.
Oh.
Hey!
I got sucked in.
Yeah.
Clearly no
Oh,
bad
come on.
blood between her and Disney.
Yeah, my face is turning red.
Oh, boy.
Rush,
okay.
pass me my cardigan.
Jenny, now you're just getting fearless.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, how this devolves every time.
Yep.
Mama,
every
you
time.
need to calm down.
Oh my God, good
Please,
tears in
is
my
it
eyes.
almost over?
I think it's done. I think we're finished.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah,
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
I know.
Okay. If you want details about the cruise, Google it. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you like what you just heard, tell someone. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady wherever podcasts are found. And if you didn't like what you heard, that's cool. Cool. All right, yeah.